here's the thing, guys. I weighed 300 pounds. So, and I was eating a lot of McDonald's and fast food and Domino's pizza and whatever I wanted. On this first free-for-all Friday, I wanted to just talk a little bit about food. And, you know, because a lot of people ask me, you know, what plan did you use when you lost weight? So a little background is good, all right? So in October of 2010, October 1st actually, Olivia started on the ranch on The Biggest Loser, and we had no contact or anything. Like we had a liaison at the show who would email us if anything needed our attention, or if there was any problems, or if we just wanted to email and say, oh, how's she doing? They would say, oh, she's doing good. They try to give us a little tidbit. It was kind of funny. I mean, it's really, they had no internet, no TV, no anything really with the outside world. They had no contact. And so we could write letters back and forth, but we weren't sure when they would get them. And actually, funny enough, I didn't always get them. That I know she wrote a couple that I didn't get. So this was very hard, because up until this point, I think we've been married 14 years, and you know, talk about another couple years of dating and all this kind of stuff. And so I was used to talking to her at least, you know, every day, even if we were out of town, once a day. So that was really tough. Coupled with that, I really wanted to lose weight as well. You know, I've told you about the origins of Don't Be the Fat Husband, but this is right along with that. I mean, like, I knew that she was going to come home at some point. I didn't know when that would be. We knew that she had to be available, quote unquote, per the contract till like March. So that was like 6 months. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so long. So I decided I was going to do it. A, I didn't want to be that fat husband. Ha ha ha. But B, I had wanted to lose weight and really do it for a long time. A couple times before, I had lost, you know, 70 pounds, 80 pounds, but gained it back and then some. And I really, really, really wanted to do it. I decided to do a Daniel fast. Now, you're probably like, what in the world are you talking about, Daniel fast? So in the Bible, in the book of Daniel, in Daniel 10, Daniel decides to really pray about some things that are happening. And he decides to, what it says is, eat no things from the king's table for 21 days and just devote himself to prayer. And so generally that's come to mean, you know, no meat, no sweets. So like no sugar, no meat, no dairy, anything like that. And so I had done that one time before. Actually, during that time I lost like 20 pounds. That had been like a year or so before. But I decided to do that. Now, here's the thing. I knew I wanted to, it would help me lose weight, but that wasn't, I needed to get my appetite under control, because my appetite was way out of control. I ate whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, however much I wanted. Does that make sense? So I decided for 21 days I would do this. It would be really hard. I would go off caffeine, no coffee, no anything. So it's like a vegan diet on steroids. And so I started, and I'm going to tell you something. That first night was one of the worst nights of my life. Now, if you know me, you would know that I have absolutely no problem sleeping. I mean, if I pulled over to the side right here and was like, oh, I need a little nap, then I would just be able to fall asleep, take the nap, and all that kind of stuff. But I couldn't sleep. The headache, I guess the caffeine withdrawal, all of this was so horrible. I finally fell asleep from exhaustion at 5 a.m. And it was horrendous. Like, it was just horrible. I mean, I was just totally drenched in sweat. And I feel it was more of almost a spiritual thing, in the sense I was really breaking free of those things. It's almost like you're a slave to food. And when you're out of control, which I was, then you need to just break free of that. However, whatever your method is, however you find a way, whatever it is, you just need to break free. And so that night, I really felt like I started something that was a journey that ended up being really powerful in my life. I did not cheat on that thing. I got to 21 days, and I really felt like, spiritually, that I should go to 40 days. It was going really well, and I really felt like I wanted to lose 40 pounds, because at that point I had lost like 20-something pounds. And so I wanted to lose 40 pounds in 40 days. And so I got to 40 days, and I had lost 40 pounds. And it was really awesome. It was such a sense of accomplishment. And it was just flying off. And there was some exercise component to it, but not a ton. I mean, I was going to like Planet Fitness and walking, kind of running on the treadmill, trying to do some weight machines. I had no idea what I was doing. So then I got to 40 days, and I was like, oh, awesome. Now I can eat some dairy. Now I can eat some meat. I'm missing all that stuff. And then I really felt like I really need to do this till she comes home. Now, mind you, I didn't know when she would come home. It could be 6 months. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know. So then that was confirmed. A couple other people just came up to me out of the blue and said, I really think you need to keep doing this till she comes home, basically. Almost verbatim what I had heard in my head. And I was like, oh God, are you trying to get my attention on this? Apparently so. So I decided till she came home. Now it turned out she came home at Christmas. And so I ended up doing this Daniel fast for 90 days. And for 52 days, I lost a pound a day. I mean, I think it's a testament more than anything to that I was finally getting free of that appetite thing that was out of control in me. I felt so good, things I would eat, just to get specific, were I'd wake up in the morning, sometimes I would have a smoothie. Like I would make a smoothie literally with water, some frozen strawberries, a banana. I ate a lot of fruit. So I would just go to Whole Foods or grocery store and just go through the fruit thing. I would even try things I didn't know. I'd pick up a mango, I'd do something, because you don't have a lot of options here. And then I would just pack tons of snacks. So one thing I still like to eat today is just a handful of peanuts and a handful of raisins, and you put that together in a Ziploc bag, and it's like peanut butter and jelly almost. And I know that sounds crazy because you're like, that's not peanut butter and jelly, but when you're not eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, it's like peanut butter and jelly. And then, at lunch I would try to make a salad of some kind. I would just, buy different things or look for that. And you become really good at looking for vegan options, because those are things usually you can eat, except it's a little more strict. You can't have all the bread and stuff like that. Then, brown rice is your friend in this thing. And I try not to eat too much, because obviously you're trying to lose weight. But here's the thing, guys. I weighed 300 pounds. And I was eating a lot of McDonald's and fast food and Domino's pizza and whatever I wanted. So even though I was eating some carbs and stuff like that, dude, you're gonna lose weight, right? Because it's such a drastic thing. Now, you've heard me talk about it just even a couple weeks ago about counting calories and stuff like that. I didn't even know to do that. I wish I would have, because I think it would have helped me, but I was just so drastically reducing what I was eating that I was just like, if I didn't have to eat it, I didn't eat it. And I'm telling you, not cheating. I went off the soda, Diet Coke, even though there's no calories in that. I was like, I'm gonna devote myself to this, and I'm gonna get real about this. Apparently I say that a lot. Let's get real. I got real about this mess. And everybody around me was like, I mean, do you think you'll cheat or whatever? No. First of all, my wife is not here. I have nothing to celebrate, right? Because, she's everything to me. So it's like, I missed her, and that helped me in some way to identify with her. It also helped me spiritually, like to pray for her and to do all these things that just every time I would be hungry, I would just think about her and I would pray for her and those kinds of things. So I just wanted to give you a taste. I'll talk a lot more about that, because I want to tell you kind of stories about my journey. My journey of losing weight, and then also my journey of maintaining weight now, which you get to see a lot of. But that's how I started. I hope you like this. Let me know in the comments if that makes any sense or you have any questions. I'm sure there's tons of stuff I didn't say. I'm just sitting here in the car trying to keep the camera from going sideways. So leave in the comments how it goes. I appreciate you guys so much. And give a thumbs up if you like this. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. And have an awesome weekend. Get out there and do some fun workout stuff. Get with your peeps that are, your community. And let's do this. Have a great weekend. Bye.